I guess I'll start from when things changed. Or maybe I'll go back a little bit further, just a tiny bit of a backstory. I got central heating. Yay! After 7 years of living in a freezing cold house where like literally you could see my breath, they finally put central heating in. So they decided that taking out the wall unit wasn't a huge priority for them. So even though it didn't work, I lived with the wall unit in my living room, my parlor, for another year or so. And then they finally came and they removed it and they plastered over it. Super excited. Maintenance gave me permission to paint the wall. Like a forest green. They asked like what color I was going to paint it. I told them like a forest green. They're like, sure, that's fine. So as you know, I live in a state house, so I can't make any changes without asking first. So I asked, I got permission, super excited to start. And then I hurt my wrist again at work, and I've been on and off of work. And now yesterday, my surgery was scheduled. So my surgery is going to be in mid-June. Then I go to my state appointed workers' comp doctor, which I've been going to for my injury. That's nothing new, but I have to go there like every 6 weeks just to check in. So I go to him and we talk about the surgery, and he decides he's going to put me off permanently from work until after my recovery period for the surgery. And he told me that the recovery period will be at least 6 months up to 8 months. So now I've put my mobile home. Oh my gosh, it's not even funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because my mind is rewinding back to where I made a huge realization that I wasn't going to be able to do my tiny home on property ideas. So then I thought, well, I'll just do a mobile home in a mobile home park. Should be easy for somebody turning 65. And so I thought, well, I could just do that immediately. I mean, as soon as one comes up, they come up relatively often, but now I'm not going to be able to move physically, won't be able to use my arm to pack up my stuff, to move my home from the cottage to a mobile home for, he said maximum 8 months, but I have a month until my surgery. So I'm looking at a maximum of 9 months in the home, in the house, the cottage, in my cottage. So I kind of woke up a little salty this morning, feeling a little bit like, my gosh, can't anything work out? And I don't know. I'm that person that tries to just kind of go with life, stay happy, keep my vibration up, stay whimsical, stay in gratitude for everything. And I'm really working hard to stay in gratitude for this. However, I feel a little disheartened. I mean, I just kind of recovered from the massive not massive, it wasn't massive, I'm exaggerating, from the depression that I was kind of feeling when I realized I wasn't going to be able to do my tiny home on property because of my advancing age and the realisticness of that. So I kind of like swallowed that hard pill to swallow, and I just kind of was like, okay, this is how life is, and so we have to figure out another plan. So then I kind of talked to friends, and we all sort of decided that life would be okay for me in a mobile home. It would be a small, it's just, I'm letting myself believe that. And so I got excited when one of my really good besties reminded me that if I get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, holy moly, the things I can do, like the things I can decorate and how I can redo like it, and it would be just so much fun. And so then I get excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited about it. Yeah. So I start looking, and I've looked at a couple of mobile homes. I'm only right now looking online at the mobile homes, but what I'm doing more, or I was doing more, is trying to figure out what area I want to live in or what mobile home park I want to move to, because they're all very, very different. And so I kind of have narrowed it down. And then I've started watching to see if mobile homes come up for sale in those specific parks, and then what they look like, and if I want them. And so I was really kind of shifting my gears and being positive. And now I'm probably going to be in the cottage for at least another 9 months. That 9 months comes up at around like the turn of the year. So so today I made the decision. So I asked my doctor about painting my wall with my wrist, and he basically told me I can do anything I want with my wrist, because at this point I'm having surgery, so I'm not going to damage it any further than it's already been damaged. But he did tell me when it starts to hurt, stop and rest it and ice it. So I promised him I would do that. And I also promised him that I would do most of the work with my left, because it's just painting a wall. It's not like I'm doing intricate painting, so I should be able to just roll that out. So I recently gave one of my large prints away. It was, oh my gosh, it was probably 3 foot tall and maybe 2 foot wide. Massive print of a woman sitting in the window, and one of my friends loved it. She loved it from the moment I purchased it. Every time she came over, she talked about how much she loved it. So I gave it to her, and now my wall is kind of funky. So I have made the decision that I'm going to go out thrifting to find some frames to frame a tapestry that a friend gave me, and a print that I did when I was in college. And it was a print, the assignment was to take a photograph and to create a lithograph out of that photograph. So this is a photograph of another artist that I found, and then I created a lithograph out of that photograph. So it's a whole big, huge process that I had to do when I was in college. And so I'm going to try to find a frame for that and hang it. And then I'm going to take my whole parlor apart. I'm going to paint the wall, and I'm going to redo the gallery walls. So now, however, I'm heading out thrifting. Some thrift therapy. I need some thrift therapy. I'm kind of salty today. Like I said, I woke up kind of like, what's the use of planning anything if you can't figure out how to make your plan work? I asked my daughter that, and her response was, well, you have to have a good plan. So I was like, oh, not very nice. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to head out, and then in the next couple days, I'm going to tear my house apart, and I'm going to paint a wall, and then I'm going to put my prints, paintings, pictures, things on the wall. Stay tuned and stay whimsical.